Welcome back. All right, so it's the day after Easter. I want to talk to you about what death can mean to becoming your best version of yourself, a little bit about resurrection, some historic texts and philosophies, some quotes, natural examples, and pop culture references about changing your life to lead the healthy, fulfilling life of your dreams. And I just did this live and totally botched it. So I'm glad to have that kind of metaphor on how to make it better. Welcome back. My name is Reggie. I'm the founder of Fit for Freelance, and I don't quit. I build adaptive business leaders through compassionate health coaching. And today I want to talk about the story of Easter and how you can apply it to your health habits. My channel is not necessarily religious, but there is something very deeply spiritual about leading a healthy, fulfilling life of your dreams, and how you can inspire others to do that. So we'll get you lots of examples, something you can definitely relate to today. The key question I have, the vision, every entrepreneur knows how to lead a healthy, fulfilling life for their dreams. So I have to ask you, I want you to always keep in mind, everything is filtered through this. What does the healthy, fulfilling life of your dreams look like? Okay. And now we're going to relate this to Easter, which was just yesterday, my favorite holiday. I have a picture of the three crosses here. And basically the story is Jesus came to earth and then he died on Good Friday. And on the third day, he rose again. It was Easter. Mary Magdalene was outside of his tomb. His body wasn't there. And she was very distressed because she's like, what happened? He was all wrapped up and the tomb was rolled, closed and everything like that. He appears to her. She's like, why are you crying? John 20:17, Jesus said to her, do not cling to me, for I have not yet ascended to my Father, but go to my brothers and say to them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God. And what this is, basically my understanding, how I have studied the Bible, is knowing that it's like a manual of how to understand yourself and ascend to the highest level of yourself, right? So the idea is that when Jesus came back, he had to die in order for us to have salvation. And that's very like kind of on point for health habits and making transformational changes in your life, where you won't be the same when you're making the changes that you want to see when you're ascending to your best version of yourself, you 2.0, being an adaptive business leader, anything like that, where you're making an improvement or some kind of revolutionary change. The old you has to die. So if that makes sense to you, leave a like or a comment, because it took me a long time to figure out how to say that. Okay. Other examples of this. I want to go into this a little bit. We are surrounded by the accumulation of our choices in our environment. Okay. So I have like different things you'll find if you look around, things you've collected over time that served you at some point, or that someone gave you, or that you got for some reason, you needed it. And you've kept it either for the possibility of using it again, or you just haven't used energy to get rid of that. And so it is taking space. And there's lots of examples of this where your choices build up, and you might need to shed those in order to become the next version of yourself. And there's famous philosophy for generations of this. Lao Tzu said, when I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. And that's 6th century BC wisdom right there. That kind of gives you another example of you can't stay the same in order to go to the next step. I have some more examples here. Rumi, 13th century, die happily and look forward to taking up a new and better form like the sun. Only when you set in the west can you rise in the east. More pictures, baby teeth, those have to come out so the new baby teeth can go in, or your permanent teeth can grow in. You need space for that. Butterflies, in order to make that transformation, they need to cocoon. Cherry trees, they have to go red and lose some of their leaves so then they can blossom. And then some of the pop culture references I have, Marie Kondo, letting things go. And then if the joy is there, you can keep those things and only bring in things that bring in more joy. Erykah Badu in her song Bag Lady, she's like, don't hold on too much baggage. And then this one, see if you recognize it. It's funny how some distance makes everything seem small, and the fears that once controlled me can't get to me at all. It's time to see what I could do to test the limits and break through. Leave a comment if you know who that is. I'll just go ahead and tell you that's Elsa from Frozen. And so these are all examples of how you have to let go. You might not be able to do the same things. You probably don't want to if you were trying to ascend to your highest version of yourself, to be the best version of yourself, maybe fewer happy hours, or, not getting 20 chicken wings at happy hour, switching to something with a little bit more health element to it, drinking more water, all those other things. Because when you let go of what you were before, you can become who you want to become. And this works for your health habits as well, because if you are dissatisfied with how your body is looking or feeling, if you're low energy, if you have a series of reversible health conditions, the things that got you there aren't going to be the things that get you to where you want to be. So you have to let go of those old habits. And then you can start to be very intentional about what the healthy, fulfilling life of your dreams looks like. You create a plan to do that, and you take the steps to do it. And that's what we do with Fit for Freelance. We create the guilt-free game plan that's customized for you so you can have that process. I have some links in the description below. There is a free Facebook group, Daily Health Tips for Entrepreneurs. And it's very much a guilt-free process. Everything is focused on what you want to do for yourself. So you have a process, and it can be kind of, when you start any health habits change, leave a comment if you know what I'm talking about. It's challenging at first. You have a New Year's resolution. You have all these things that you're going to do. And it can be very difficult at first. But if you have confidence, realistic focus, and accountability, it definitely makes it easier. And that's what I'm doing with Fit for Freelance to give you that support. So think about that. Think about the story of Easter, how you might apply it. You can't be the same person to become the person that you want to be. Long story short. And then this quote, huge, from Lao Tzu: when I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. So that's it for today. Glad to make it through that on the second take. And as always, keep practicing. Peace.